So right now you can see that the side stick, the top of the side stick is getting about here and the snare drum is way up here. So let's start affecting that down here. If I bring this down way down here, then you'll note that it's reducing the level of the side stick and the snare drum. I don't want that. In this example, I just want to bring this down. I'm looking at this gain reduction here and seeing where it will just affect the snare drum hits. Yeah, so you can see right now it's affecting both the snare drum hits and also the side stick. I don't want that. Let me just bring that up just a little bit. So now you can see that the side stick makes it through with no gain reduction because the level of that side stick doesn't exceed that threshold. But when these big snare drum hits come through, there's a massive amount of gain reduction. Now this is happening because I have a big ratio here. I also have a very fast attack that is clamping down on these guys straight away. So let's have a look over here. What used to be a side stick here and a snare drum right here is now pulling that snare drum, those peaks down here, so that they can kind of live in the same sonic space here. So I think I said before, that's what's going on with this compressor. There's two halves of the compressor. The first half of it is the detection circuit, which really looks for when the threshold has been reached and exceeded, and then it starts going to work on the gain reduction side, which is a part of the ratio right here, and you'll see how much gain reduction is happening right here. You see in this example how the two different sides of the compressor, they're working together in concert. The detection side has been set up so that it only reacts when the louder snare hits come through, and then it forwards those peaks over to the gain reduction part of the compressor, who pulls down that peak. Now, with the compressor properly set up, it can bring these two disparate sounds together. But note what it did. It reduced the snare down to the level of the side stick. That's kind of like, you know, when I told my son to scooch down to my daughter's height. Now, that's cool, but wasn't the problem that we couldn't see both of their smiling faces? We couldn't see their details together. Think about this. You can always get everyone's faces in the photo if we pull 100 yards back, right? But in this case, what we want to do is have the taller ones kneel down. In other words, these peaks kneel down, and then we can zoom in to get all of those in the picture. We can do the equivalent in audio after we bring that snare drum down in what we call the makeup